Damon, David, what can estate agents do who work on the high street to prove they're worth more than the online boys with their cheap fees? Talk to me.
I think, like we talked in other videos, Chris, online agency has been a threat. However, I think it's been a threat because traditional estate agents thought that he didn't have a viable model and it wouldn't survive, and therefore they've not fought back hard enough for me. The interesting stats that I'm now reading that just came out was traditional estate agencies achieve a much higher price, and therefore for me, communicating that out to the market that says, well, you can go and buy a cheap package, and everyone can get that done, but if you could achieve £10,000 more on your sale price, then actually it becomes kind of agnostic what you pay, because you're going to be much financially better off. And I think I've started to see some agents do some really clever stuff in going, well, we can match Purple Bricks, and they tell you it's worth £100,000. But if we get £110,000, then actually we want a slice of that cake. And for me, that's where good marketing and pushing yourself and being confident about your proposition, for me, is where agents need to drive much harder.
Well, let me share with you, because it's all about giving, isn't it? Let me share with you a few things that some of my clients have been doing. The first one is get yourself onto Rightmove, onto the Intel section, and move the date, go to new listings and move the date back 1 year, and you will be able to see every single property that every agent has done. So you go on and target a particular agent that might be red and blue mixed together with the word brick in it. Other online agents are available, so you could do that on those as well, because we don't want to focus just on those. And basically download every single one of their listings and keep yourself a database. And then what you then do is find out what they're selling the traditional 2-bedroom terrace and 3-bedroom terrace for, and then not only look at your own ones that you're selling, but look at what the high street is also selling those houses for. And you can say, these online agents sold these 4 terraced houses for £210,000 on average, and the high street agents that sold 30 of the same type of terraced house in the last year got £230,000.
Yeah, brilliant.
Great
and
idea,
actually give proof.
Yeah, really good.
Give proof. But that requires hard work, which I know some agents aren't very good at. Here's another one for you, which was on one of the prop shows, is go through every single one of your offers that you've had in the last year and work out how much you've negotiated from the initial offer up to the top offer, and then work out the average. Yeah, it's giving you that.
I know.
Yeah, really good.
And therefore you then can turn around and say, I negotiated 12 grand up on average, if it's 12 grand, up from that. And
brilliant.
That's the whole thing. Guys, you've just got to get out there, do some bloody hard work, and just prove your worth.
Definitely. And I think, and also I think David touched on it in an earlier video, which was 99% of all the properties that Purple Bricks are listing or other online agencies, you would have had some form of dealing with in the past.
Yes.
And if you were doing good marketing and proving that you are the right agent to use, then fee becomes out of the question. That's the last thing that's considered, because you are dealing with their most valuable asset, and they want the highest return so they can change properties.
I mean, Ian,
the thing the agents we talked about before, but just to reiterate, is what efforts do agents go to keep in touch with that client whose property they sold 5 years ago?
They don't, do they?
And a bit of a plug for Brief Your Market is within the Brief Your Market system built in it is a mechanism to do that makes sure every 6 months or 3 months or once a year, whatever you want to do, automatically you can keep in touch with those past clients.
And when it says stay in touch, what's actually in that report? Is it a report, a letter, or is it...
Yeah, I mean, there's anniversaries, there's we're just adding in data that's market changes. You can actually put in the house price of your property now, because we have a tool called DigiVal that's an automated valuation tool. So you can give them rich and relevant content. We're just working on some partnerships with Dataloft and Sprift that have really fantastic content about market areas, so you can drive relevant, crime rates, and et cetera, which it's all super interesting stuff.
Love
when
Data
you-
Loft.
Yeah, it's
They're
a
a
phenomenal.
competitor, but love them to bits.
Yeah, they're a great.
They are very, very good.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah. So and Sprift as well. Again, another great product. So
And it's really whatever's relevant at the time, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
To that sector of the market and to that geography in the country. So this isn't a one-size-fits-all solution. This is a customised solution for each agent and what their particular message might be.
So
they
if you're
want
a
to get
posh
across.
ender agent, you can have a slightly more Times feel in terms of the content, and if you're a low, not should we say, a more Tesco's agent, it can be a bit more jazzy and things like that.
yeah, well, we again work with you in our customer success team to really think about the content that you want to put in. So the system is completely.
And you'll help agents with that, won't you?
completely. Yeah.
Well, there's two ways of doing it, really, aren't there? There's probably more than two ways. So one is managed marketing, where Brief Your Market will do all this for you. You pay a big fee.
Yes.
It's like having a marketing assistant sat in your business who this is all they do all day long. Who
Because
will
you didn't
create
used to have that,
content.
did you? Because it was almost Brief Your Market was, here we are, this is it, take it or leave it. But now you'll actually help people do it, plug and play.
Yeah, well, when we first set up the business, we said, you know, what we want to do is just be a software system. And in other videos we've touched on this, Chris, is that you can't just be a software system. You need to be really supportive and helpful. And we have 50 people inside briefyourmarket.com helping our customers day in, day out to make sure they get the highest rate of return from our product.
Lovely. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Thanks,
Chris.
Cheers. Thank you.